the social workers tried to help Shannon get well. Things were better at the foster home. Simone had enough food to eat at every meal. One thing disappointed her, though. There was a big trampoline in the backyard. It looked like so much fun. The other kids in the house loved to jump on it and flip through the air, but Simone and her siblings were not allowed to jump on it. They did not understand why, and it did not seem fair. But the house rule was no foster kids on the trampoline. Simone wanted very much to try the trampoline. She loved to jump and flip, but she could only watch and wish. Simone's grandparents were very upset when they found out their grandchildren were in foster care. They flew from Texas to Ohio to get the children. If Shannon was unable to care for her children, their grandparents wanted to offer them a home. So when Simone was 4 years old, she and her siblings moved to Spring, Texas. It was strange and a little scary to move halfway across the country. Her grandparents seemed nice, but Simone didn't know them very well yet. Plus, her older brother and sister were not very happy about the move. They wanted to stay near Shannon. Simone was not as upset about the change. She was glad to be in a safe place full of loving family. Her grandparents had 2 teenage sons, Ronald and Adam, who also lived there. It was a very full and happy house. And when Simone arrived, she encountered a pleasant surprise. Her grandparents' house had a trampoline in the backyard. "Can I jump on it?" Simone asked the moment she saw it. "Yes, of course," she was told. Simone ran to the trampoline. She leaped. She jumped. She flipped through the air, higher and higher, faster and faster. She loved it. For a while, no one was sure if the children would stay in Texas permanently. If Shannon got better, they might return to Ohio. Ashley and Tevin wanted to go home to Shannon. Simone and Adria wanted to stay in Texas. Home now meant something different to them. They all got their wishes. Ashley and Tevin returned to Ohio, and Simone's grandparents legally adopted Simone and Adria. They all dressed up and went to court to confirm that the girls would be able to stay in Texas permanently. That very night, Simone stopped calling them her grandparents. They became Mom and Dad. After the adoption, Simone and Adria relaxed. They felt safer, knowing they would never have to leave again. They settled into the house they already thought of as home. Simone would have jumped on the trampoline all day, every day if she could have. Ronald and Adam, who Simone now called her brothers, played with her in the yard. She swung from their arms and flipped when they threw her in the air. Joyful. One day, when she was 6 years old, Simone's daycare took them on a field trip to Bannon's gymnastics. Simone was delighted. She had never been in a real gym, where she could roll on mats, climb ropes, and flip into a pit of foam. It was even better than the trampoline. One of the gymnastics coaches working at Bannon's that day was named Veronica. Veronica noticed Simone jumping, flipping, and tumbling. There was something about Simone that caught her eye. This child had never been in a gym before? Really? Veronica was amazed. She had seen many gymnasts perform, so she was an expert at recognizing talent. And Veronica had a funny feeling about Simone.